Well, hey guys, happy 1 year, 5 months on my ketovore, carnivore journey. Wow, what a run! My weight today. Let me uh, let me look it up. I don't remember things. Not because I'm losing my mind. It's quite literally because I don't cloud my mind with things I've already documented. Ooh, 87.6 kilos. So that's about 193 pounds. And that's within 3 pounds of my last video where I said I was pretty much stable around 190. So that's for me. What is it? It's about a liter and a half of water. For example, I just drank a liter of water because I was thirsty. So yeah, I go up and down, but I hover around 190. So I'm anywhere between 86 to maybe 90 kilos here and there. But it hasn't fluctuated since January. So again, I started in May, and I'd gotten to my set point here in January, well, actually February 1st of 2022. So it only took me, like I said, 9 months. Like February, March, April, May. Yeah, 9 months. And I've been here stable since February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So I've been stable for 8 months, just eating till I'm full, and then not eating when I'm not hungry, and then when I'm hungry, eating again. Again, so what do I eat? I eat fatty meat and eggs, and a little bit of cheese, and lots of butter. Lots of butter. It's good with lots of butter on it. So I'll eat ground beef to the concentration about 70/30. Chicken, always with the skin on, mostly wings because it's the highest fat content. I'll eat pork ribs because it's got a lot of fat. And beef ribs, it's got a lot of fat on it too, so I'll buy those. They call it cocido here in Mexico, so I'll go ahead and kind of put that in a pan, and oh, the squishy is so good. The fat I call squishy, because there was, I think her name is Logan. She's been a carnivore for like 12 years, and her kids all want the squishy because fat's kind of squishy, and it tastes delicious, especially salted. Yum. So salt to taste. Drink water when I'm thirsty. Don't drink water when I'm not. Eat when I'm hungry, don't eat when I'm not. So fatty meat, eggs, and instead of bacon, if I can't get zero carb bacon, if the bacon around here in Mexico is about 12% carb, they have a little bit of sugar in the cure. I don't eat a lot of it, so I'll eat it more for just seasoning my beef more than anything. Um, but if I can get over to Costco, that's just 1% carb, which is really good. But if I can't do that, I'll eat pork ribs because they have a lot of fat on them. Again, the fattiest pieces of meat. I love it here too because a lot of people like their meat what they call magra, which is lean, and they pay 195 a kilo, 195 pesos a kilo. That's about $10 for 2 pounds. So it's $5 a pound for super lean meat. And I tell them, you know what, make me meat with fat, the ones they actually sell to the hamburger places. Um, and that's only 100 a kilo, so that's 250 a pound. It's amazing because I get way more calories, way more flavor, and I know the saturated fat's good for me, and I know it's satiating. So if I eat a pound of that meat, I'm good for the day. So I'll eat maybe a pound, pound and a quarter, pound and a half of meat, 6 eggs. I normally don't exceed 6, but never less than 4. So I guess I average 5 eggs a day, and if I have cheese laying around, I'll just throw that on the burgers or throw that on my omelet. And again, just water, maybe a little bit of mineral water. They have here carbonated, so it's got calcium and magnesium. One of the companies actually puts lithium in it, which is really cool, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to tell you that, right? So that's it. You'd say, oh, that's a boring diet, but I just remember back. What did I always eat? I ate pizza. I had hoagies, subs, if you will, if you're from Buffalo, wings, hot dogs. The only thing I don't eat anymore is pasta, but I've replaced egg with that, so I can have like a bolognese sauce on that. I can totally eat a tomato sauce with no added sugar, which, trust me, I have a way to make tomato sauce that is sweet when you are adjusted for fat. When your palate is not a sugar palate, I can reduce tomatoes down to some pretty sweet sauce And instead of pizzas with the bread, I go ahead and make what they call costrita de queso here. It's literally a cheese crust, and it's pretty thick. Then I throw my pepperoni on. If I want mushrooms, I pre-cook them with a little bit of the Mexican herb called epazote. It's delicious. Some oregano and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and I'll just let that cool, and I can cut it and fold it like a New York pie. I don't miss the bread. I really don't. I don't miss it at all. I don't eat too much olive oil, and I don't really eat that much lard unless it's along with the pork. So I eat a lot of butter. So it's pretty much beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, or beef, butter, bacon, and eggs if you like the order. So that's it. A year and 5 months, and rocking and rolling, feel great, sleep somewhere between eight and a half and 10 hours a night, depending on when I turn in. Here in the winter, I get more sleep because it's darker longer. Our days are only 11 hours long in the winter and 13 hours long in the summer. So I'll average 8 to 10 hours a night. Never take naps anymore. I have energy all day long. Like this morning, I woke up at 7:30. It's now 7 o'clock p.m., so it's almost 12 hours. Already took a walk, ate my food today. I had nachos. And just for example, I made a cheese sauce with 4 sticks of butter, 2 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese. I chopped up some cheddar, chopped up some Monterey Jack cheese. And what I do is I mix down the butter and the cream cheese, and then I poured that into 3 eggs, which was mixed with a little bit of garlic and cumin and some salt. That's to temper it, okay? I actually wind up creaming it, making a mayonnaise, if you will, out of the fat from the butter. And then I pour that back into the pan. As I'm bringing it up to temperature, I'll add the cheddar and the Monterey Jack cheese. Très bien. I'm telling you, it is delicieux. Eh? Very good for you. And instead of corn chips, I use chicharrones, the cracklings. There you go. And they're made fresh in lard. So I guess I get a pretty good quantity of lard. And then what did I add? I added a little bit of my Frank's mayonnaise. I take 2 sticks of butter, melt it, and I whir it with a food processor into 1 egg and make a mayonnaise. I add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, organic, and about a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt, and then a cup of Frank's Red Hot. And I'll go ahead and chill that, and it just gets real thick, and you can just kind of drizzle it over your nachos in that case. I made some chip steak for it. There were little beans, and I went ahead and probably grabbed 3 or 4 tablespoons of refried beans. With the fat content, the actual carbohydrate in those beans enters very, very slowly. So every once in a while I'll splurge. I figured, what the heck. After a year and 5 months, a couple of beans tasted pretty darn good, actually. And then I top it off with a little bit of cream. The Mexican table cream here is a little different. It's about 30% fat, so saturated. So it's really, really good. And I'll be winding down here about the next 2 to 3 hours. I ate several hours ago. I guess I ate around 4 to 5 hours ago. So by the time I get to bed, I won't have eaten for about 8 hours. And then I won't eat again until tomorrow in the afternoon. And so that'll be another 1 meal a day for me. That's pretty much what I like. I like eating 1 meal a day. And that's how it works. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. And tell me what you're doing. If you're on a different diet, tell me how that's working for you. And you know what I say? I always say this: if you have a better diet than I do, I'll follow you in a heartbeat. But I feel pretty good. So anyway, guys, happy Saturday. 1 year, 5 months. We'll talk soon. Be well.